Hello children, how are you children? You all are fine and well? So take care of your health children. Okay na? So today we are going to learn 7th class social studies chapter 7. What is the name of chapter? Handicrafts and handlooms. We'll see the second part. So page number 71 you have to open and concentrate properly. Okay na? So I am calling your friend Afrin here for reading the lesson. Afrin, come and read beta. Page number 71.
Yes, teacher. Handloom weavers in Pochampalli.
Pochampalli.
Pochampalli is a small town in Yadadri district in Telangana. The weavers here produce unique saris called Ikkat saris, which are world famous. Ikkat is the term used for the particular style in which cloth is dyed, also often referred to Bandhani or Pochampalli itself. They are high quality silk saris containing simple geometrical designs and available mostly in 3 colors and shades. There are nearly 10,000 weaving families in 100 neighboring villages involved in this craft. Pochampalli saris have a unique design and color which is quite distinct from the other silk saris. That is why it is the first handloom cloth patented in India. This means no other producers of handloom saris in the world can sell saris in the name of Pochampalli. Ikkat saris, only those saris are produced in Pochampalli. Pochampalli and its surrounding villages can be sold with brand name. These saris are sold in India and abroad at high prices. To make silk saris, you need raw material like silk yarn, colors and cotton thread. They are not produced by weavers. They buy them from the market. Silkworms from which silk yarn is made grow on mulberry leaves. Rearing of silkworms. Rearing of silkworms is taken up by small farmers. Cotton is produced in farm and it is made into thread either in factories or as household craft. Colors are often made in factories. Weavers buy yarn and colors from the market. Tools. Weavers own the wooden loom, which is the main tool required for weaving. Apart from it, they also use small knives for weavers. It is also important to know that the plan of the design to weave the sari. If you look at a sari, you will notice that there are very intricate designs on them. These designs are marked on special paper with specific notations. Weavers without making errors, with years of practice, they even develop new design. Stages of weaving a sari. There are different stages of weaving sari. The first is preparing the yarn. Silk yarn is wound on a bobbin. These yarns are then marked with the design. These markings of the design help the viewer to identify what colors need to be dyed into which part of the yarn. Dyeing the yarn is a long repeated process. Each color needs to be dyed separately and dried one after the other only when the coloring is completed, the thread can be used for weaving. Dyeing yarn. For dyeing, The silk yarn is taken off, but when it becomes dry, it is stretched, partly opened and tied again for dyeing. This process is repeated several times. For making sari in different colors and shades, different methods of dyeing are followed. The red and brown shades between white and black colors are printed using alizarin dyes. For this, the yarn is first soaked in a mixture of castor oil and alkaline earth, then dried, soaked again, dipped in alizarin paste, and finally boiled till it becomes red. For the brown shades, iron fillings are added to the color. Dissolving iron fillings in vinegar produces black color.
Don't write color.
Let us look at the account of a visit to a weaver's house in Pochampalli to know more about ikat clothes materials. Jagatavya is a resident of Pochampalli. All of his family members, his wife, his son and daughter in law work as weavers. When we visited his house, we found all members in the family engaged in different tasks while he was winding yarn in weaving on the magam pit loom. Set up inside the house, other tools such as chitkasu is a curved frame made for weft ikat with pegs on which he weft threads are grouped and tied for dyeing. Panni, reed, achu, head shaft, thread and rubber tubing were used for different tasks in producing saris. Most of tools made of wood. Since he has grown old most of the time winding yarn and his son waves on the loom. Jagatya's wife and daughter-in-law to do bobbin winding. Children are studying in schools. There is some work like wrapping of viewers on streets outside the house. His son Murli brings all the raw material, dyed silk yarn, zari and designs from master viewers and sometimes from cooperative society of which he is a member. Jagatya gets all the raw material at a time. To view 8 saris, the whole family has to work 12 to 15 hours a day for nearly 50 days to view 8 saris. They get about rupees 12 and 1,200 per sari. For the work, viewing sari is a hereditary occupation for Jagatya's family. Income: Jagatya's family makes viewing ikat saris is insufficient to run the family. Between March and May, Jagatya's family is able to view only for a few hours a day. If the temperature is high, the thread will get cut. The whole family works only till afternoon during these days. Women are distressed as they have to do not only weaving but also household chores like cooking food, fetching water and preparing children to go to school, etc. Earlier, Jagatya's family used for the cooperative society. The cooperative societies provide financial assistance through insurance in case of unexpected illness of death in the viewers family. They also help in getting loans for construction of houses. Nowadays, the cooperative society does not give sufficient work, so they have to look for additional sources of income to run their families. Since a master viewer in Pochampalli agreed to give work and remuneration. Jagatia's family began viewing ikat sarees for the master viewer.
Thank you, Afrin. So, page number 69, 71 you see children. Handloom weavers in Pochampalli. Pochampalli is a small town in Yadadri district in Telangana. The weavers here produce unique sarees called ikat sarees, which are world famous. Ikat is a term used for the particular style in which cloth is dyed, also often referred to bandhani or Pochampalli itself. They are high quality silk sarees containing simple geometrical designs and available mostly in three colors and shades. There are nearly 10,000 weaving families in 100 neighboring villages involved in this craft. So Pochampalli is a small town, children. It is in the Yadadri district in Telangana. The weavers here produce unique sarees called ikat sarees, and these are very world famous. Ikat is a term used for particular style in which cloth is dyed. What is the ikat? Ikat is a particular style. Ikat is a term used in the particular style in which cloth is dyed, also often referred to bandhani or Pochampalli itself. They are high quality silk sarees containing simple geometrical designs, available mostly in three colors and shades. In three colors and shades it is available, children, these sarees. And there are nearly 10,000 weaving families in 100 neighboring villages involved in these works. Okay, so there are 10,000 weaving families and 100 neighboring villages are involved in this work, children. Pochampalli sarees have a unique design and color which is quite distinct from other silk sarees. This Pochampalli sarees is having unique design and color from other silk sarees. That is why it is the first handloom cloth painted in India. This is the first handloom cloth painted in India. This means no other producers of handloom sarees in the world can sell sarees in the name of Pochampalli ikat sarees. Only those sarees that are produced in Pochampalli and its surroundings villages can be sold with this brand name. No other saree sellers will sells this sarees with the using the brand of Pochampalli sarees. Only the sarees those are making in the Pochampalli with the villagers and that weavers. That sarees only will be sold as the brand of Pochampalli sarees. To make silk sarees, you need raw material. Like what the raw material you need to weave the sarees, children? Silky yarn, colors, cotton thread. This is the raw material you need to weave these sarees. They are not produced by weavers. They are not produced by weavers. They buy them from the market. They have to buy. The weavers have to buy the raw material from the market. Silkworms from which silk yarn is made grow on mulberry leaves. Rearing of silkworms is taken up by small farmers. Cotton is produced in farms and is made into thread either in factories or as a household crafts. Colors are often made in factories. Weavers buy yarn and colors from the market. So raw material these weavers will buy from the market only. Tools. What tools they are using? See children, for weaving the sarees. Weavers own the wooden loom. Weavers own the wooden loom, which is the main tool required for weaving. Apart from it, they also use small knives. For weavers, it is also important to know the plan of the design to weave the saree. If they look at a saree, you will notice that there are very intricate design on them. These designs are marked on special sheets of paper with specific notations. Weavers follow them without making errors. With years of practice, they even develop new designs. So this is very delicate work, children, delicate weaving work. So first they will make the pattern on the paper and then they will design on the tools, and afterwards they will start to weave the sarees without any mistakes. Stages of weaving a saree. What are the stages of weaving a saree? We'll see, children. There are different stages of weaving a saree. The first is preparing the yarn. The first stage is weaving in saree is preparing the yarn. Silk yarn is wound on a bobbin. These yarn are then marked with the design. These marking of the designs help the weavers to identify what colors need to be dyed into which part of the yarn. Dyeing the yarn is a long repeated process. Each color needs to be dyed separately and dried one after other. Only when the coloring is completed, the thread can be used for weaving. So, the thread dyeing is very critical process. They have to dye the thread properly, and which color, where they have to dye, they have to see the properly, and they have to color the thread. The thread can be used for weaving. The dyeing thread afterwards used for the weaving. Now dyeing yarn. How will the yarn will dye? Okay, how they will dyeing the yarn we'll see here. For dyeing, the silk yarn is taken off. But when it becomes dry, it is stretched, partly opened and tied again for dyeing. This process is repeated several times. For making sari in different colors and shades, different methods of dyeing are followed. The red and brown shades between white and black colors are printed using alizarin dyes. For this, the yarn is first soaked in a mixture of castor oil and alkaline earth. The dried soaked again dipped in alizarin paste and finally boiled till it becomes red. For the brown shades, iron filling are added to the color. Dissolving iron filling in vinegar process black color. So many dyeing methods for the yarn they are using here, children, which is very delicate and critical. Okay, wrap and weft. What is the wrap and weft? See, children, you will notice that cloth has threads passing from top to bottom and sideways as shown in the picture below. Warp is the yarn that goes from top to bottom, and weft is the yarn that go from left to right. So they given here picture of warp here, warp. Okay, you see and understand, children, the picture of warp. Okay, so next here page number 73, see, children. Let us look at the account of a visit to a weaver's house in Pochampalli to know more about ikat cloth materials. Jagatavya is a resident of Pochampalli. All of his family members, he, his wife, his son and daughter-in-law, son and daughter-in-law work as weavers. When we visited his house, we found all members in the family engaged in the different tasks. While he was winding yarn, his son Murli was engaged in weaving on the maggam pitloom set up inside the house. Other tools such as chitkasu is a curved frame made of for webbed ikat with pegs on which the threads are grouped and tied for dyeing. Pani, reed, achu, head shaft, thread and rubber tubing were used for different tasks in producing ikat sarees. Most of the tools are made of wood. Since he has grown old, Jagatavya spends most of the time winding yarn and his son weaving on the loom. Jagatavya's wife and daughter-in-law do bobbin winding. Jagatavya's grandchildren are studying in schools. There is some work like warping done collectively by a group of weavers on the streets, outsides and the houses. So, Jagatavya is a resident of the Pochampalli. His complete family is working, doing the weaving work, Pochampalli sari weaving work. So, Jagatavya is doing the yarn binding work, and his son is doing the weaving work on the maggam, and his wife, Jagatavya's wife and daughter-in-law is doing the bobbin binding work, and Jagatavya's grandchildren grandchildren are studying in the school children, and the many other weavers are uh, doing the weaver, and the many group of weavers on the street or outside houses they are doing the weaving work, children. Weaving work. Okay. His son, Jagtave's son, what is the name of Murali, brings all the raw material, dyed silk yarn, dyed silk yarn, zari, and design from master weavers and sometimes from cooperative societies uh, of he is a member. So Jagatavya gets all the raw material at a time to weave 8 sarees. The whole family has to work for 12-15 hours a day for nearly 50 days to weave 8 sarees. So they get 50 days to weave 8 sarees, children. They get about rupees 1200 per saree for the work. Weaving saree is a hereditary occupation for Jagatavya's family. The income Jagtavya's family makes from weaving ikat sari is sufficient to run the family. Between March and May, Jagtavya's family is able to weave only for a few hours a day. If the temperature is high, the thread will get cut. The whole family works only till afternoon during these days. So in the summer season they will work for the during half day only, till afternoon only they will work, because due to the hot temperature the threads will be cut, children. That's why they will do only half day in the summer season, and whatever they earns, it is sufficient to run their families. Earlier, Jagtavya's family used to weave only for the cooperative societies. The cooperative societies provide financial assistance through insurance in case of unexpected illness or death in the weaver's family. They also help in getting loans for constructions of houses. Nowadays, the cooperative societies does not give sufficient work, so they have to look for additional sources of income to run their families. In earlier days, Jagtavya's family worked for the cooperative societies, and these cooperative societies will give the financial assistance and insurance to these weavers' families if they are having any illness and the cause of death. So these insurance schemes are benefited to the weaver family, children. But nowadays, the cooperative societies are not giving them sufficient works. That's why they are looking after another type of work to fulfill their needs, children. Since a master weavers in Pochampally agreed to give work and remuneration, agreed to give work, Jagtavya's family began weaving ikat sarees for master weavers. Jagtavya has not given up the membership of the cooperative society with a hope that it will be improve its functioning in the future. So Jagtavya's family still not give up the membership of the cooperative societies till they having the hope it will be improve in the future time. Weavers problems and cooperative societies will see, children, here. Telangana is one of the states in India which have a large number of handlooms. During the last few decades, handloom weavers have been facing a serious problems. They face a stiff competition from powerloom and mill-made cloths. These cloths were cheaper as they are produced on machines, and also because they use synthetic yarns which is cheaper than cotton or silk. Even though it is popular due to its high quality and unique beauty, the Pochampally saree seems to be expensive. The weavers also do not get good rates due to middlemen's involvement. The buyers are spread all over the world, and weavers do not have any direct contact with them. Fashions in cities changes the fast. It is difficult for the weavers to know what kind of design are in demand. Therefore, they have to rely on middlemen to know about the designs in voyage and change their designs accordingly. They also have to depend on middlemen to the raw material like cotton or silk yarn, as they are produced in faraway centers. This gives the middlemen an important position in the handloom industry, and they try to get the largest share of the saree price. So due to the industrialization, machine made sarees, okay, so these handloom sarees are these handloom sarees are expensive, and the machine made sarees are very cheap. Okay, so as the fashion is growing, these weavers are facing problems because they don't know the fashions and designs, which fashion and which design is in the demand. So the middleman is helping them. The middleman tell them the designs and patterns, and they you. So the middleman is taking the benefit of the weavers. He is exploiting the weavers. Okay, and next, moreover, we will see here, children. In order to overcome these problems, the weavers are encouraged to form cooperative societies. The cooperative societies are meant to help the weavers in buying raw materials at low prices and arrange for marketing of their cloth. This reduces their dependence upon middlemen and traders. The cooperative society should help the weavers by training in new designs. So that's why, to reduce these problems of weavers, so they decided, and the weavers are encouraged to form the cooperative societies. These cooperative societies help assist them financially, and the financial assistance they will give, and they will suggest the designs which is in demand into the market. So like this, the third middleman's the middleman and trade. Okay, this reduce their dependence upon the middlemen and traders. However, nowadays, a large section of weavers in Telangana do not get sufficient work from cooperative societies. In some cooperative societies, weavers are not given any role in decision making regarding the procurement of raw material and the sale of cloth and dress material. They do not provide opportunities for weavers to produce sarees to suit the changing preferences of consumers. This has once again pushed the weavers into the clutches of the middlemen and traders. A large amount of handloom cloth material in Telangana is produced and marketed by master weavers and merchants. The master weavers and merchants produce all the raw material, supply it to weavers, and collect the woven cloth. Woven cloth. Then they sell this material to wholesale cloth merchants. They pay a stipulated amount as wages for the weaving work. Many master weavers also provide loans to weavers to set up a loom by other tools, and thus restrict them from weaving sarees for other master weavers. They also decided the wages for the work done by the weavers, since they are interested in raising their own incomes. It is natural for them to look for a way to pay less to the weavers. So the cooperative society should be provide work and save the distressed weaving families from the master weavers. Okay, so the cooperative society should be provide the work for the weavers and distressed weaving families from the master weavers. So children, here we completed our chapter 7. What is the name of the chapter? Handicraft and handlooms. Okay, so the next, you have to go through the lesson, children. Okay, and keep lesson reading habit, children. Lesson reading is very important, children. Again and again I am telling you. Here they given you 2 question answers that we will read, children. List the raw materials and tools used to make ikat sarees. Okay, so and the next is here. Why has Jagtiya's family begun to view for a master weavers? Okay, so the first question we are reading: list the raw materials and tools used to make ikat sarees. Weft threads, dyeing, silk yarn, zari, design are the basic raw material for ikat sarees. Maggam means pitloom, chitkasu, panni means reed, achu thread and rubber tubing, wooden knife, its extra are the tools used to make ikat sarees. Why had Jagtiya's family begun to weave for a master weaver? Jagtiya's Jagataya is a resident of Pochampally. All of his family members, he, his wife, son and daughter-in-law work as weavers. Weaving sarees is a hereditary occupation for Jagataya's family. The income of Jagataya's family gets from weaving ikat sarees is insufficient to run the family. During March to May, Jagataya's family is able to weave only a few hours a day. Women are distressed a lot because they have to do weaving related works and also take care of the household chores. Earlier, Jagataya's family used to weave only for the cooperative society. Later they had to look for additional sources of income to run their families. So like this answers you have to write for this question, children. So here we completed chapter 7. Okay, so now it's time for Sakshi. Write the Sakshi like this. Sakshi, subject write social studies. Social class you have to write 7th class, and HW you have to write learn and write all question and answers from lesson 7 in classwork as homework one time. So here you have to take PS and here TS, children. So whatever the question answers they give on end of the lesson, end of the chapter, that all question answers from the textbook you have to write in the classwork as homework one time. You can take the help of your study material also. Okay, and go through the reading, children. Reading is very important. Write this homework and send it to the given school mail ID in a time. Don't keep any pending work, children. So here we completed chapter 7. We will meet with another chapter in the another session. Until then, bye bye, children.